Hi, everybody. I was going to do a sound check, but the timer says, the song just started over. There's a little technical difficulties here. Let me switch over to here. Hello. Oh, look at that. My desk is very high and you're seeing all the things. Hi, everybody. Choo, choo, choo. Train whistle. Welcome to a very special, hopefully what is special, live edition of the Coding Train. I have a guest today who I will bring on in a moment, but let me just quickly give you a few important points about what is going to happen today. So this is a celebration of a decade of code, of 10 years of the Processing Foundation Fellowships. If you look in the video description or the pinned message in the chat, there is a donate link. I'll come back and talk more about that in a minute. I just wanted to let people know immediately in the outset, and I'm looking at the chat, people are saying hello to me, that is the proper and only way to donate to the Processing Foundation Decade of Code fundraiser. There are all sorts of other things enabled that are part of the YouTube platform, like Coding Train memberships and super chats. Please do not use those to donate to the Processing Foundation. They won't go to the Processing Foundation. If you happen to do a super chat today for whatever reason, I will redirect that money personally to the Processing Foundation. But as we start to talk about the fundraiser and you see some of the benefits, exciting swag things, just gonna drink from my mug here, no particular reason, that you might get, those you will need to get through going to the donor box link that is in the video description, as well as a pinned message in the chat. And apparently Dave is offering up a color palette. I'm a little suspicious of this message. Raphael, can you hear me? Yes. Okay. Now the audience cannot hear you yet. I guess I spoiled it there, but I'm going to now bring in our guest, and I have to apologize in advance. Raphael de Courville, who is a community lead with the Processing Foundation, who is here to join today's live stream. We're going to have all sorts of fun coding some collaborative P5JS together, as well as talking. My audio is very low. Yeah, everybody, turn your volume up, people. My volume is fine. It's you. No, I'm just kidding. I know it's a little bit of an issue. I will turn it up. I'm always paranoid about clipping, but actually Raphael helped me with some new OBS settings. So my volume, that might have been the wrong button. I have so many dials and things. I'm really not very good at this whole technical thing. And I have to really thank Raphael, who spent a good hour with me this morning, helping me configure Open Broadcast Studio. I added all these buttons to my Stream Deck. We have multiple scenes with both of us, with Raphael only. So let me stop just vamping here and bring in our guest so that you can at least see and hear him. And I'm hopefully going to press the correct button that's going to do this correctly. Aha! Yes. So Raphael, you are now live. Say something to make sure your audio is going through. Say hello to the Coding Train audience.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello, Coding Train. Chirp, chirp.
And I can see already just the levels here that you are a little bit louder than me. So I'm just adjusting it. So hopefully you can continue to let us know in the chat about the audio levels. You might be thinking you're watching some kind of professional operation here, but it's just little old me in my garage. By the way, interesting little tidbit. I'm in upstate New York. There's about 2 feet of snow outside. Maybe I could take a picture with my phone of the snow and show it on screen in a bit. It's remarkable. It's incredible. And also, let's all do our little dance to the internet. Gods, hope that I don't lose like a connection or any power internet issue. But so far, everything's going really well. So Raphael is here. Maybe Raphael, do you want to just take a minute to introduce yourself, and then we can move on and talk about if you want to talk about all the things that you do, Processing Foundation and your Twitch stream and all of that, and where you're based.
Yeah,
for sure. Sorry.
No, all good. Yeah, apparently I appear as a Godzilla format on the stream. I don't know, but hi everybody. So yeah, I'm Raphael. I'm also streaming regularly, but I'm here in my capacity as community lead at the Processing Foundation and here to celebrate 10 years of the fellowships. We have Sige in the chat, appears with TT, who is the responsible for the fellowship, and who has been running the fellowship since last year, who can also tell you more about it. But we'll talk about talk about what we know. And yeah, I'm very excited to be here. I had Dan on my own Twitch stream sometime, when was it, 2 years ago, and it's nice to be on board the coding train today.
Wonderful. Thank you. So while so I'm realizing we have all these wonderful people from the foundation in the chat, and I wonder if I should give them little moderator badges. So I don't know if you want to just first of all, this is like so exciting because there's like oh wait, there's somebody else to talk on this like stream. So let me just quickly go here. Raphael, if you want to just, I was starting to do this and then I didn't get very far. So if you want to talk for a minute more while I see if I can add some moderator badges here.
Yeah, for
folks.
sure. Yeah, so I mean, I'm sure a lot of you already know about the Processing Foundation. It's been out there for a while. Processing itself started in 2001, but Processing Foundation started later, and the fellowships, which have had some incredible impact in various ways. One of which, in particular, all of you here are familiar with, which is that P5JS itself started as a Processing Foundation fellowship when Lauren started this project. And yeah, since then the fellowships have evolved into something much bigger and much more structured as well, thanks to Tsiga's work recently. And so yeah, we'll show a video shortly, which has been made specially for this fundraiser, and that shows a little bit, like a little preview of what the fellows have been doing lately. It's a fantastic video. It was made by Lajune, I believe. I forgot the last name, sorry. And but yeah, all the credits are on the donation page. If you click that link that you see pinned in the chat, you will be able to learn more about the fellowship, see the video, but we'll play it here as well. So
I pulled it up on screen now. So what you're seeing on screen is the donor box page, the Decade of Code fundraiser. And one of the most important links probably on this page beyond, there's two links that I think I'd like to share with you. The Processing Foundation Fellowship Program Medium post, where you can read all about the most recent 2023 fellows, as well as the Processing Foundation's 2023 impact report. This is an extraordinary piece of work. Maybe those of you from the foundation who are in the chat could properly credit all of the people who I know that Design Systems International, for one, worked on the design of this report. And Xiao Wei worked on a lot of the editing and writing of the report, as well as obviously the board of the foundation and a lot of the staff. I just don't want to miss anybody. But if you want to learn more about what is happening with the Processing Foundation in the last couple years, not to mention the last 10 to 20 years, this report is incredibly comprehensive. I'm just sort of scrolling through it now. So I want to play that video, but I thought I would talk just for a minute about my experience with the Processing Foundation fellowships. So I was one of the folks who, I was telling the story the other day to some people who literally, I like to imagine that I was, somewhere like banging on the door of some giant governmental office with a giant stack of papers to try to turn the Processing Foundation into an actual 501c3 organization here. So I know we have a global audience here. So in the United States, there is a category for tax exempt status for any charity or nonprofit. That's what the Processing Foundation is. Previous to the foundation, there was just a dispersed a group of contributors, volunteer, who would work on the processing software, which was started by Casey Reese and Ben Fry at the MIT Media Lab in 2001. I came into working on processing the Java software in around 2003 when I discovered it as a graduate student at ITP. And in 2012, I was lucky to be offered the opportunity to help start the foundation. So what we're really celebrating here in this decade of code, there's a lot of 10-year marks, but you could also kind of consider the foundation as having it. I mean, 2024 minus 2012, you do the math. It's maybe a little bit different than 10 years, but I think we could also kind of point to that as well. But one of the reasons for starting the foundation was to be able to do more than just maintain this open source piece of software, but really think more deeply about what it means to be in community with the people who are maintaining the software, using the software. And I know that's something that Lauren McCarthy really talks a lot about, and really did an incredible amount of work, hard work, when creating the P5 project, of blurring those lines. Those lines really shouldn't exist. There is no difference between developing, in my mind, between developing software and the community of people who are developing and using that software. And so that, I think, is where the idea of the fellowship started, as a way of providing funding and mentorship and a structure for projects that are speculative, that are experimental, that are education-oriented, that are community-oriented. And even though we didn't have such an organized system for an open call and applications and a review process, it was more ad hoc at that time. But that concept, that idea, is what allowed something like the P5JS project to begin and now flourish. So that's just to give you a little bit of background there. Hopefully, there's a lot of Processing Foundation folks in the audience. I guess I'm kind of still a part of the Processing Foundation as an advisor, as an enthusiastic evangelist to the foundation. But one of the things that I'm most excited for, is for all of the new leadership of the Processing Foundation, the new project leads, all of the staff, and that is now organizing different programs and community initiatives, and all the finances, and so much work in the governance of a nonprofit organization. You would be surprised. It's not something that I'm particularly good at, and there's a wonderful team of people who are excellent at these things right now, running the beautiful and wonderful Processing Foundation organization. So I'm just rambling here, and so I was trying to make a segue into playing the video. Is there anything I forgot, do you think, Raph, or any questions you want to ask about, anything related to that I might have somewhere in the recesses of my brain around the history of the projects, the foundation, and the fellowship?
Well, just one thing, since it's on the screen, this beautiful background, which we cannot see too well right now, but I'll show all the desktop backgrounds later. But this visual that we're using all around the Decade of Code fundraiser promotion is made by Ronnie Kaufman, and it's called Rainbow Ribbons. It's beautiful, and yeah, just wanted to give a shout out to Ronnie for this wonderful work, and also to all the artists who made the wallpapers.
Thank you. Yeah, so today is really meant to be just like these wallpaper backgrounds, and I think maybe Raph will show some more in a minute after I play the video, is really just meant to be a celebration. I highly encourage you, if you're able to, if you have the capacity, to donate during the stream. But just so you're aware, we're not getting live notifications. There's no like old rotary phone that I can pull up and you call in, so in the old telethon style. So, but if you donate, if you're able to donate, thank you so much. And I'm seeing names of people. I've seen Roni in the chat who made this beautiful rainbow background. So I'm imagining that maybe some of you watching today might be interested in applying to the Processing Foundation Fellowship Program yourself. So what I'd like to do now is play you this short video that is all about the fundraiser, the different benefits from the fundraiser, about the Decade of Code, as well as showcasing the work of the most recent fellowship cohort. I have to say that I was lucky enough to be able to attend the 2023 Fellowship Salon in New York City, hosted by Sergey, and it was just an incredible experience to get to meet and see the work of these fellows. So I'm so thrilled to be able to get to play this video for you. Now, hopefully this is gonna work. I set everything up. I have a button that I press. When I press the button, the scene is gonna switch and it's gonna play that video. You're gonna hear the audio. You won't hear me, you won't hear Raph, but if anything goes wrong, I'm just letting you know that things tend to go wrong on the coding train. So, and yeah, so let me just without further ado, let's play the Decade of Code Processing Foundation fundraiser video.
Join the celebration of innovation with the Processing Foundation's Decade of Code.
The real heart of this, I think, that's what keeps me going, is that this isn't just a coding resource, but it's a storytelling resource. It's a resource that connects young people together.
P5 with processing, we have a very friendly community. Everyone helps each other, support each other.
Think about technologies differently in a non-mechanical way.
Everybody is an expert in their own environment, and we're really looking to uplift the voices of those that have been silenced.
I'm speaking to archival interventions by Black scholars that really underscore the urgency of challenging dominant narratives.
As we hit a remarkable milestone, the 10th anniversary of our fellowship program, we're thrilled to unveil our Decade of Code fundraiser. But this isn't just a look back. It's a bold leap forward into the fusion of art and technology. Your contributions are the catalyst for our growth in software education and art, fostering a community where creativity, compassion, and technology thrive.
And I think processing and P5JS are such incredible tools, whether it's a gateway to learn how to code or building the tools that maybe we need to see in our community or in our movements.
And guess what? Your generosity comes with perks. We are offering an array of exciting rewards, including limited edition, merchandise, digital goodies, and of course, our everlasting thanks. So come and celebrate with us.
People say you're muted.
I'm muted. I was saying all these beautiful things. Rob, wasn't I saying the most incredible, articulate, beautiful, meaningful things?
Yes, you were.
Okay. Yes, okay. Thank you to Munzer, who has told me everything. This is, by the way, I do this all the time. I so carefully mute myself because I do not want to interrupt the beautiful video, and then I forget to unmute myself when the video's over. Anyway, what I was saying is, thank you so much for being here, for watching this video. I said it more eloquently, but just the act of you tuning into this stream is in of itself a donation to the Processing Foundation. It's being present and being here in community. If you have the capacity to donate, to financially support the work, that's great, but there are so many other ways to participate and give, and one of which is just watching here. And you got a little taste of the 2023 fellows in that video, but if you go to the pinned link in the chat, if you go to the video link in the description, it'll take you to the donor box page, and you can read more by visiting the Medium post about the 2023 fellows. There'll be links to their own websites, social medias, and you can follow and learn more about them there. And then if you just happen to be completely new and maybe you used P5, maybe you've coded before but had no idea about the Processing Foundation, if you scroll down to the bottom of this page, first of all, you go bypassing. This is something new that I learned, by the way. Does anyone in the audience I'll give you a minute here. Know what this is called. This is totally new to me. If you're hungry, it might pop into your brain more closely. So there's a new term I learned, but if you scroll all the way down, look at this beautiful pin made by the wonderful artist Ana Carreras. And then there's a link here. I just say that you can subscribe to the Processing Foundation newsletter, as well as I'm looking for the impact report is somewhere linked here. Yes, the Processing Foundation 2023 Impact Report. Okay, I'm looking into the chat to see if, yes, so Gray Web, little train whistle, perhaps a honk from Raph, wins the prize of, this is apparently called like a cable taco or something. Tech taco.
Tech taco, yeah.
A tech taco, delicious. Okay, I'm trying to think of, so maybe what we can do next before we start to do our fun live coding session is if what do you think about me having you take over the screen and talking and showing about some of the wallpapers that were made for the Decade of Code?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, this is exciting. Hold on, here we go. I got to press the right button. There we go. We've got a much larger Raphael now on screen. I think you can still hear me, but no one can see me.
And I shared my screen, so yeah, I hope this works. So yeah, I'll see it on the stream when it catches up
working.
from my end.
I can see that it's working.
Cool, awesome. So yeah, I wanted to mention a few things before we get into the wallpapers. You mentioned the pin. So this is the first. So we have managed to the logistics of getting all this merch produced, you wouldn't believe, but we've managed to get 100 pins. So the first 100 donors to donate $100 or more will get this exclusive pin that has been made and designed by Ana Carrera specifically for the fundraiser. It's we're really grateful to her. She's a fantastic artist. Please go and check out her website and the work that she produces. She makes generative art, absolutely beautiful stuff, and she's a fantastic human being as well. And yeah, she made this to represent the blossoming inspiration of generative art and creative coders through the work of the foundation in these last 10 years. So yeah, this is a special limited edition one. And then yeah, the rest of the merch, you'll have a sticker pack. This is not fully representative of all the stickers that will be included, but there will be at least those and some more. Tote bag and this the tech tackle, yum. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, let's talk about the wallpapers. So we asked a number of artists from the community to contribute desktop backgrounds for people who will donate. You will get those at any tier of donation, from the smallest to the largest. Every donation counts, and you will also get it if you can't afford to donate at all, but you want to still get the desktop backgrounds. You can. You just have to sign up to the newsletter. There's a link there as well. And if you sign up to the newsletter, you will get the link, not immediately, but in the next newsletter that will come out sometime this month. The link will be there, and we'll make sure to include the link in the next 2 or 3 so you don't miss it. But if you donate, you get the link immediately. Just check that the confirmation email doesn't go to your spam folder, because then you wouldn't be able to see it. But yeah, you should see it immediately. You get redirected. I believe we set it up that you get redirected to the impact report. But so you will get an email confirmation of your donation. If you're in the US, I believe you might be able to also get that off your taxes. But don't quote me on that. I'm not sure how that works out there. I'm in Germany, by the way. I forgot to mention that at the beginning. So yeah. Anyway, let's go to the wallpaper. So this is the list of all the artists who contributed. Angelica, Nigelia, Brian Wu. I'm gonna butcher the names, but I'll still say them all. Dave, who's there in the chat, I've seen. Elio, also known as Garabatospr, Henry Tran, Ju Park, Jordan Chan, Juan Carlos Pons Campunzano, Kate N, Maria Panetta, Mies White, Madamir, Peter Ha, Ronnie Kaufman, Ruben Medellin, Sophia Wood, Tan Kia Tiong, Torin Blanketsmith, and Walter Majorino. So yeah, let's check out some of those. So, oh wow, this is beautiful. We have included also text files that will tell you a bit more about each piece. So yeah, this one we have only one, but normally you have different formats, one for desktop and one for phones. And so yeah, some artists contributed more than one artwork, so you'll have plenty of choice. So oh yeah, this is fantastic. So this is Brian Wu. Yeah, magnificent. Um, and let's see, what else do we have? Jordan. I like this one because it's burbs, and that's kind of my thing. But it's also trains, so it's both. We have burb trains. I believe that was made for the challenge where you joined when you joined me on Twitch.
Oh,
Because I
amazing.
run a weekly challenge on Twitch, shameless plug, and yeah, we had the topic of train once, and that was Jordan's contribution, and I asked them if they would make a desktop background version of that. So yeah, you can have it on your phone, you can have it on your desktop. And yeah, Roni, whose visual we also used as the main visual for the whole fundraiser campaign. Yes, iconic sketch indeed. Roni says in the chat, the burbs one. But yeah, this is the rainbow ribbons, and yeah, that's I have this one on my phone on my lock screen, and I love it. It's just so perfect for it. It makes me happy. Now, I used to have just black on my desktop on my on my lock screen because because I'm minimalist. But now I have this, and it genuinely improved my mood. So see, if you want your 2024 to be happier, use those desktop backgrounds. It is tested and approved by me. Sophia, who made some really wonderful ones as well that are inspired by space. And yeah, let's see. It's loading. It's loading. Yeah, there you go. Absolutely beautiful. And again, you have a version for desktop and a version for the phone. So yeah, this can all be yours for the small price of just signing up to the newsletter or donating, and then you get the link. So yeah, link in the chat, pinned in the chat to the Donnerbox campaign. And yeah, if you donate, you will get access to this this folder right now. I see donations coming in already. Thank you to Sadra, Jenny, Noel. Yeah, thanks for your donations. Yeah, and thanks to all the artists who contributed with their art. This is something I definitely want to expand next year for the next fundraiser. I think this time we reached out directly to artists we knew. It was a little bit last minute, and so thanks for everybody for bearing with us and adapting your work for the format and sending it to us very quickly. That was really helpful. And I think I'd love more opportunity to showcase the work of the community. This is something that there will be more of that in the near future. A little teaser on the P5 side of things, but I don't want to rob Q from the chance to announce these things. But we're definitely looking for ways to showcase the community's work and art creativity in general, even more than we have in the past, and in an ongoing way. But yeah, I'm thinking next year might be fun to have this be more of an open call instead of just reaching out to specific people, so we have an even bigger collection. And if you think of other formats that you think might be fun for virtual rewards, we have the actual physical merch, but now we have these virtual rewards. Yeah, just let us know what you'd like to see, and we'll figure out how to make it happen. Yeah, that's
Cool.
that's the collection. All right.
Thank you so much. I don't want to pat myself on the back too much, but I'm so thrilled that these different scenes are working. Although, as you might notice, Raphael is actually, we're approximately the same human style size creature, but I know it does appear that Raphael is much larger than me. It's just our camera views are a little bit different. So thank you so much for taking us through that. It's really amazing and beautiful to see all the wallpapers. I mean, that to me has been My favorite part of participating in the Processing Foundation community, and as a teacher and somebody who makes video tutorials, to me, like seeing what people make based off of an example or a lesson or inspired by another artist, that chain, that tree, that branching of creativity that just goes all over across all ages and countries and globally and styles. That's really been just like the greatest thrill for me, for someone who teaches with this stuff and has been working with processing in P5JS for many years. So it's great to see that come to fruition here, in the form of these beautiful wallpapers. And I guess maybe my children won't be too offended if I change. Did I take their photos off of my phone lock screen for just a brief week and put some beautiful rainbow? They're old. They're like teenagers now. They probably don't want to be on my phone lock screen anymore. I don't know why I'm talking about this. All right, so yes, Raphael, you're raising your hand. You can just talk.
Yeah.
You should just interrupt me. I have an affliction, which is to just continue to ramble awkwardly and try to fill any possible silence. I'm used to doing this by myself.
No
so.
dead air. No dead air ever. Yeah, that's that. Thanks. And two things I wanted to mention. First, I wanted to thank Sonia as well for their incredible work coordinating all of this. I contacted some of the artists, but Sonia was really the one to put all of that together in the good format, making sure that we have the metadata for all of the for each of the artists, with a little bit of a bio for each of them and their links. So if you're interested in knowing more about each artist in the collection, there are links in those text files that are with it. And the other thing, you said you don't want to replace your existing. I don't know if you're using iOS or Android. I don't know much about Android, but on the iOS side of thing, you can use focus modes, and I do have different focus mode with the different backgrounds for work. So when I'm working with the foundation, I have actually these. I don't know if I'm still sharing.
You are still sharing. I switched you off for a second, but
cool.
you're back now.
Nice. So yeah, these are backgrounds that are inspired by design from DSI, who made so Design Systems International, who made the design for the latest processing website, for the impact report, the beautiful, like all the beautiful design in the impact report that you showed before. This is thanks to DSI, so thanks to them. And I took some of the thanks to their to Rune for letting me access those visuals, and I made some adaptation of those for desktop backgrounds as well. So this is a little bonus extra that comes with the wallpaper collection. So if you want a processing wallpaper or P5 wallpaper on your desktop, on your phone, you can have that. There's even the Python processing one and the processing for Android. So yeah, there you go. I have those as like my work focus, and I have Ronies as my streaming focus, and yeah. So yeah, you can have as many as you want. There you
Wonderful.
go.
All right, I'm gonna switch you back now, Raphael,
Yeah.
if you want to. Yeah, perfect. So let's switch back to. I gotta find the right button here. So a couple of things just to note. Thank you, Saber. You're not following my instructions. Saber gifted some Coding Train memberships, which is very kind of you. But this is the Processing Foundation fundraiser. It's not a Coding Train. It is a coding, but we're on the Coding Train. But so just so everybody knows, if you just happen to jump in now, you want to find out more about the fundraiser, everything that's on this page here. There is a pinned link in the chat, as well as a link in the video description. Thank you to all of you who are watching and who are donating. So we're going to move to
Yeah,
the
thanks to Bianca, Milnisha, and Dan.
Yeah, so I guess Raphael has access to a live dashboard of donations, so you should feel free. I wish I had gotten myself together to have some heart explode onto the screen when somebody donates. But next year, we'll do that next year. But Raphael can shout people out in their thanks. One thing that I love to do on the Coding Train, and it was reminded, it's okay, Saber, I'm just teasing you. One thing that was reminded of when talking about the fellowship program and the community and all of these beautiful wallpapers is how international. And you know, I say this as an obnoxious American, basically, like, what is international really? I mean, we're all just part of this cohort of humans. But anyway, global, that's the word I should use. This global community. And so one of the things I love to do on the coding train is hear where everybody is from. So Raphael and I are going to start getting set up to do some live coding. I'll also just briefly share, since I have control of the screen here. I am currently in upstate New York, and while Raphael was sharing the wallpapers, I just grabbed a few photos off my phone. This is what it looks like outside right now. I took a picture of me in the same clothes. You know, this is real. Took that just now, not a fake snow. That's the snow. And this is, I know coding trained audiences might be familiar with my dog, Gloria Pickle. This is what we had to do this morning to shovel a little area for her to go outside and eat her food. She has to eat outside because the cats eat inside in the kitchen, and if they're not separated, Gloria will go and eat all the cat food. So that's why. You don't be like, why are you making your dog eat outside? She likes it. It's good. Trust me. It works out for a family. Okay, never mind. Really? Okay, so back. So hopefully we're seeing in the chat where folks are from. We've got Minnesota. If you've got any snow, you can let us know how much snow you have. I think there's got to be at least 2 feet out there right now. It's remarkable. Gloria, when I took her for a little walk, she's like she's kind of like, she's like built like a tank, but kind of short. Her whole body just descended into the snow. It was really amazing. Okay, it's snowing in Brooklyn, but not nearly that much. Okay, the coding sleigh. All right, so shall we move on to, Raphael, is there anything else you wanted to say about the fundraiser, or do we, anything else before we kind of move on and see if we can get our coding setup going?
Yeah, no, I think we're good. I hope we mentioned everything. If we didn't, Kate, Saber, Tzige, feel free to let us know.
And I see there's a message from Bianca in the chat that says donated, but their address is wrong. So yeah, I would just email the foundation. I think there's probably like a hello at or info at. Somebody in the chat will let you know, but you can send to yes, Kate is already answering. Foundation at processingfoundation.org. Okay. All right, so Raphael and I are going to attempt to do something we haven't done, at least I haven't done before. And what you're seeing here now on screen is Visual Studio Code. If you followed any of my tutorials, you're probably used to seeing either the processing IDE, which is the Java platform, or P5.js in the form of the web editor, which looks like this. It's what I like to use when I'm teaching and coding and sharing sketches. But Visual Studio Code, which is a text editor, essentially for anything. You could use it for a lot of things beyond just P5.js, but it has a certain feature in it, 2 features that I think are going to make this session kind of exciting. One, which is just live preview, which is over here. It's an extension. I can show you how to install this. So if you have Visual Studio Code, and there's a button here all the way over on the left. If I click here under extensions and I were to search for one like a live preview, you can see what this extension does. I already have it installed. Is it runs it hosts a little local web server in your workspace. What does that mean? My workspace is a folder of these 3 files, and it's running a web server, which then opens up a little mini preview browser window. It's right above Raphael over there, which shows the P5 sketch. So that's the less interesting piece. That's the piece that's just like, oh, how would I create a P5 sketch and see the results of it in Visual Studio Code? The exciting piece, the thing that's totally new to me as of today, Raphael helped me set it up this morning, is called Live Share. And what Live Share does, you can see here, if Raphael, you can just start typing, whatever, Raphael is invited to this workspace. Now, in theory, it is technically possible for me to invite all of you who are watching. I'm not going to do that right now. Don't get too excited. I don't think I have the stomach for that. I don't today, but we'll see. Maybe at the end we'll let that go. You know, I could just like yank the cord out from the wall if something goes horribly awry. But I've sent Raphael a private link. I mean, maybe there's some way some of you enterprising and resourceful viewers could figure out, to hack your way into it. I'm not suggesting you do that. So he's able to log in. Additionally, this is something that we learned today. Thank you to CJ from the Coding Garden, who was helping us with our setup this morning. If you're not familiar with CJ, he knows everything, apparently. But you find him on Twitch. But he helped show me how we could set up a shared server. So in addition to Raphael being able to see and live edit the code, my server that is hosting the page here is actually also being shared with Raphael, so he can see in real time the results of the sketch. So we're going to attempt to live code and make something together today with these tools. So I guess before we go on, Raphael, did I miss anything important about this setup? Anything you want to talk about from your end that would be useful? And if people have questions about how we're doing this setup, total beginner questions about like what is index.html, anything is welcome here today as a question.
Yeah, no, I think you said it all. I've used live share before, but I hadn't used the shared server thing, and that's great. That really makes it. One thing is that you can't. So you have a live preview set up inside of VS Code, and because I'm in a virtual workspace on my end of things, I don't get to do that. The extension doesn't work. So I have the preview open. My setup looks pretty much like yours, but I have the preview open in a separate browser window. So I just arranged my windows. The advantage of having it in VS Code directly is that you don't have to manage those windows. Everything is in there, and you can quickly tab between the two. And also, if you have some experience with web development and you want to use the dev tools, you can do this from inside VS Code as well, which is great. You can have it at the bottom where the terminal would normally be. Yeah, that's also some little extras.
Oh yeah, so that's one thing I didn't consider. So when I'm in the P5 web editor, I will see console output here. You can't see this, Raphael, but I'm showing the P5 web editor right now. And then, of course, if I'm doing like sort of other kinds of web development things, I'll just, and say I'm using the Chrome browser or Firefox, whatever I'm using, I will go to View, Developer, Developer Tools to see the console and other tools. So if I'm here in Visual Studio Code, where can I see console output? Debug console? That must be it. Well, so if I put in like console log choo-choo, I still have, by the way, GitHub Copilot is installed and active right now. I think we can make the decision of whether I should turn that off or not. I probably should. But let's just see. So if I'm not, no, debug console doesn't seem to show that. Let's see. Where do I look? Do you know for live preview?
Sorry, I was trying to turn off GitHub Copilot on my end. But it says I have to reload, and I don't want to reload because I would be disconnected from the live share. So yeah, here's a new thing. I'll just pretend I don't have it. Sorry, you were asking?
I'm trying to figure out where I put a console log in setup, and I'm trying to figure out where I would see the output of the console log.
So not there, but if you go to your live preview all the way to the top right, you have a little menu, a hamburger menu.
Yep.
So if you click that, you should be able to open DevTools.
Oh, I don't see it. I see the like little 3 dots. Oh no, hamburger menu. Yeah, apparently I think no, I understand now. A hamburger is like a sandwich, so it's the horizontal lines with slices of something in between. That's what this is. Okay. Yes. Open DevTools pane. Okay. Oh my goodness, it's huge. So let's see if I can. This is just literally. Okay, great. So now I wonder if I can move this. I don't mean to like obsessively waste our time here.
You can move it. So now in the DevTools, you have a 3-dot menu.
Yes.
And if
this
you
is what I
click
want.
that, you can move it around like you do in Chrome.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Oh, but I don't. This is. Oh. Okay. Wow. So many things. All right, we're gonna try it like this, and we'll see how this goes. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. So now I've got everything going. I've got my file system, index.html, sketch.js, CSS file. Dare I say, what's the probability likelihood of us writing any CSS today? Less than 1%. Unless I'm really allowed to use GitHub Copilot, it might increase. And then here I've got the P5 code, setup and draw, the preview pane where you're seeing the red background, and then over there all the way on the right is where if I were to, let's just change the background color so it refreshes. DevTools failed to load. Wow, look at this. So I need to turn off the warnings. Let's see if I can do that. I know I've done this before. Verbose, take off warnings, take off info, and there we go. So I am now getting just the more sort of traditional error messages. I'm just trying to get the layout going here. I'm gonna get this perfect, everybody. Don't mind me. Aha, okay. Unexpected token at sketchline. Where's my syntax error? I don't see a syntax error. What am I missing? It's funny. Maybe that's just old. Oh yeah, that's just old. Okay. Leftover. There we go. Okay. Now how come I don't see console log choo-choo? There's only info.
I see
info.
it.
Oh, because
I
it's a
see it.
live preview injected script. Okay, I'm not going to worry too much about this right now. I'm going to close the DevTools and we can use them as needed. Okay. I should put the console. Shawshank is suggesting in the chat that I put the console in a different window. Well, I'll come back to it and figure that out as we go. So we have to talk about what we're going to make. Oh, maybe as a starting point.
We spent all the time. We spent all the time talking about the setup and figuring out how to do this. We have no plan of what we actually want to build, but we have a plan of how we want to go about it. So yeah, that might be the right time to introduce that.
Right, and I also had kind of like a starting point that could get us going here, which is, so, coding train, the symbol of the coding train is the choo-choo train, if you will. As you saw from one of the wallpapers, this beautiful combination of the rubber duck burb-like thing with the train wheels. So maybe Raphael, I know this is a Processing Foundation stream we're doing here, but since it's you and it's me, I've got the train symbol. Maybe you could talk about where the bird or the burb, if you will, comes from, and maybe that could be our starting point to make something.
Yeah, I just love drawing burbs. It's been my go-to kind of pattern thing to draw forever. Actually, recently I was in France for the holidays and helping my mom clear some old papers and stuff from shelves. And one of those was one of my earliest burb drawings. I could show it. Let me see where I posted it. I think in the random channel in my Discord, or where was it? No, it was in the Burbs channel. Of course it is. So if you can give me the scene, the scene share.
Let's see. Let me get that back to you. There you go.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my oldest burb drawing. But yeah, it's kind of the theme. The also all the emotes are burbs, and I'm not sure where to show people some of the drawings. It took me by surprise. I wasn't prepared to show my drawings. But yeah, I can't see the cover there either. Yeah, announcements. Yeah, there you go. That's a good example. That's so you go from the previous one to this. That's my that's how they look now.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, this is I think what's interesting about it is probably that, at some point a few years ago, I needed to reconnect with my creative self, and I wanted to do this in a way that didn't involve computers. And I remembered this thing that gave me joy, which was to just doodle burbs, and so I started doing that. And then it got back into the computer, but that was a time I needed to have a creative pursuit that was just me and a piece of paper. And so yeah, that's it. I fill entire pages with tiny burbs, if I'm bored and I need something to do with my hands.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Okay.
can move back to
Okay.
the
So,
green screen.
I don't know. This might be too elaborate to start with, but so I have this, and I'm switched back to my screen here. I have this sketch, this P5 sketch, which just has some basic shapes on it, which creates the little coding train image. I don't know. Maybe we could somehow make a burb coding train sketch, but what we ultimately want to do is take suggestions from the audience. So I don't know what strikes you as a way of getting started here, Raphael.
Yeah, do I have a burb made out of code? I'm not
Well,
sure.
maybe we should make one. Maybe that's what we
Yeah,
could start with. A chew
burb.
burb.
Yeah, a choo-choo burb. Yeah, no, I'm down for that. We can. I was gonna say audio reactive, but that's always complicated if you're trying to
Right, for
include.
streaming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's always the problem when you have a camera input or something. But yeah, so maybe not for now. But yeah. It's just animated
Okay.
burb
So I'm gonna bring this in for a second.
or burbs on a train.
Yeah.
That could also be a thing.
So, and I'm gonna take out. But this is kind of weird with this guy. I was gonna take out all of the lines, and maybe we can make these circles into burbs. I don't know. I don't know what I'm
Burb
doing here.
Well, Az is suggesting January speed run, but that's a little bit
Yeah.
hard to just pull off the cuff like that. Last time when I did the January speed run, I had a cooler with sandwiches and everything I had prepared. I went shopping for groceries, especially for the speed run. It was maybe a little overkill, but it did take 6 hours. We don't have 6 hours, unfortunately, today. So, but January speed run, why not? Might be forthcoming. Maybe we do maybe we do one where we race each other to the finish line.
All right, I don't know what I'm doing here, but I was starting with some of the shapes that were in the coding train logo and making them into a burb. I was gonna move. These could be the eyes.
Yeah, Kate, we did the January speed run last year. I started it, and then Dan beat my score, my time by about 2 hours, which was very embarrassing.
Well, no, I might have had the shorter time score, but you had the higher quality score for sure. They're inversely proportional to each other.
It's very subjective. Burb as exhaust from the train. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Somebody says your audio is a little low. Is it low compared to me, or is it just low? Because then that's you.
Okay, I will turn it up a little bit more. Okay, so I like this idea of well, I feel like what we need is something that I think what would be fun here is if we're each doing a different piece, then they somehow are supposed to fit together. So what if I'm trying to decide, like, one idea could be, one of us makes the train and the other one makes the burbs. Maybe we invert that. I have to make the burbs, you make the train. I don't know. Or the other way around.
Should make class verb.
Kathy, you have to let Dave's messages go through. I know they might look like spam, but it's a whole thing. Dave got hidden by our incredible moderating team. Okay.
Yeah,
you're
already
making a burb
cleared
class.
one of his messages before.
Okay, you work on the burb.
I don't know.
I'm gonna go back and get my. Okay, so I'm gonna just look for something that I've been working on. Maybe this is cheating though if I bring in something that I've been working on already. Because I have a, yeah, this is too elaborate what I'm working on, and I can't even find it anyway. Okay, I'm gonna make the train. You make the burb. But I'm gonna get my this. Okay.
I have some nasty autocomplete. I keep doing the same thing, hoping a different result. This is we know what this is. So
okay, let's see here. All right, I gotta get this train to show up. Oh, I think if there's unfinished code, okay, I gotta. There we go. Okay, so what my attempt right now is to, I'm gonna try to rescale. I have a JSON file. I should have done all this stuff in advance, but I'm gonna rescale this logo, multiply everything by 4, because that's what it should look like. So I'm gonna do this math in my. It's a terrible idea. Okay, so let's see. Stroke weight 12. Oh, this is, and now I am going to move these lines around. Times 4. Okay, let's make this a function. I think I have an idea. Yeah, we'll make a. I got it. I got it, everybody. It's gonna be fine.
oh no, I lost the colors, but yeah, I got
Sorry.
4 of them.
I'm
I
making
was
a
trying to
train
use it.
class. Go away, GitHub Copilot. Don't worry, it's going to come back. I'm going to put all of this code for drawing the train in the train class. By the way, it's interesting, you called your function display. I'm always calling my functions show or render now, because like I think there's some JavaScript keyword somewhere that's display, and I once ran into an issue. Okay, so now
Yeah, I
I'm
was just
gonna
trying not to make it draw so it's not confusing with
Yeah.
the existing draw loop, but yeah, good to know.
Class train, train.show. Okay, so now my train is visible, but I would like to have a, a location for the train. And somehow now translate to that location before I hit scale. Okay, so this is good. So what if I were to make the train at 100, 100, but I want it to be centered, so...
I don't know, my changes don't get, my changes get canceled.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like there's some versioning issues. It keeps going back. It keeps rolling back to.
Oh, you know what might be happening? I have this like just this instinct to hit Command S all the time, and I wonder whenever I hit Command S, it might revert. Oh, Deepalm is saying that you've already done the math. I did too. I have a repo where I set up this whole elaborate thing with the math for the logo and a whole set of objects for each component of it. I just was afraid to go grab that now. But maybe you have something simpler that I could use. What is the width and height is what I want to know. So I'm going to make the size 4 for right now. And so the scale is going to be this dot size. And then what I need to do is translate to the x minus, I just have to guess what the, like, if I knew, I mean, that's not right, but like, what is the width and height of this natively without the scale? So like, for example, if I want to have it essentially at train.x equals mouse x, I'm going to not hit save anymore. I'm going to just force myself not to hit save. Train.y is mouse y. So now I'm moving the train around, but I want it to be centered around the mouse. So how am I going to figure that out? Right now, you can see that it's offset. Let's make the size of the train a 1, and we're going to get, oops, that's the verb. We need the size. So now, how do I get the train to appear at the center of, of the mouse? I just need to know the width and the height. So what is the minimum x? The minimum x looks like 22.51 right now. I'm going to do this manually. Okay, let's just do this. We'll do this in the most ridiculous way ever. Minimum x, the maximum x. Oh, does it know? That's insane if it knows. Look through 78.126. I think it did. I think there's nothing bigger. Oh my God, this is crazy. Let minimum y. I think Copilot is like width equals max x minus min x. It knows what I want to do. How do I really want to turn it off. I feel like it's okay. So then if I translate to this, minus w divided by 2 minus h divided by 2. That didn't work. What did I miss? I must not have the minimum x and y correct. Oh, yeah. Coordinates should be relative to the center of the train. Oh,
yeah,
it was accidental. Kathy's ban of Dave was accidental, we're now finding out. Okay. Okay, wait. So I have, the train is not, what did I miss
also,
here?
thanks to Fabio and Frank for the donations.
Minus, because, this is actually the points aren't even relative to, this is so weird. Because the way this logo is drawn is to be center in a like 100 by 100. So click on the bottom right Copilot icon, then click disable Copilot. Dave asked an interesting question. Do you find that you get sort of good at estimating distances in pixels? I don't know about, I know exactly what you mean, although I would not claim to be good. Is this Copilot? Copilot, disable completions. Let's try that. Okay, so I turned off Copilot now. I'm on my own, people. We're on our own. Copilot is off. Okay, so wait, I have to think about this. I need some pencil and paper. If my train, I know okay, so if the train is here, I need to know what is the, I need to also offset it by, got it. It's actually weirdly, it's weirdly just going to be max x and max y, I think. Yeah, well, it's not exactly right, but close enough. No, I should be able to get it closer than that. What am I missing here? And I can't like zoom back out. So, okay, I'm using my pen and paper again, people, to figure this out. I'm trying to get the train. If I know, first of all, I don't know if my width and height were actually, my min and max were actually correct. So this is the lowest, that's the highest x. And the lowest y, but the highest y and the lowest x would be, so 76, 78. I'm not seeing a point that's bigger. So the first thing, what is the top left of the train? The top left is, yeah, it should be the minimum x and the minimum y. And so, okay, I have an idea. Minus min y, yes. Minus max x divided by 2 minus max y divided by 2. There we go. Oop. I got closer. I really thought that was going to do it. right? Because, oh, no. Yeah. No. I got it. I got it, everybody. Minus min x. I got it. This is
See
going to
where
be
you
it.
are.
I got the math here, everybody. With height. There we look at that, everybody. My train is now centered. Yes. That took me way too long to do. Okay, but I have the train centered. So now I can make a train of any size, and I can start to move it across. We're going to make it a train at 0, a height divided by 2, and then I can say train dot, should I give it like full steering behavior? No, I think I'm just going to right now say train dot x equals train dot x plus 1. Okay, Raphael, I finished my part. Are you done yet? I'm joking. I need to make, I should make the wheels spin. I should make the wheels spin.
That would, but then you would need to change the design so we can actually notice.
Yeah. Right. And also the way the circles are, they're not drawn. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's change. Let's make the wheel. Let's add some spokes. I'm going to add some spokes to the wheels. So my
verb looks like an umbrella now. It's not good.
It is. Yeah. Okay. So wait, I'm thinking about this. Let's say I'm going to have an angle that starts at 0, that goes up by some amount. Let's do like, pi divided by 8 or something. And then I'm going to draw, I'm going to say push. I'm going to say pop. I'm going to translate for this circle to here. And say push and pop here. Do I have my wheel back? We have an error somewhere in our code, but I don't know
back
if it's
for me.
I don't know if it's me or you. This is one of the. I lost my dev console. I should open it back up.
No, mine works.
What do I have going on here? Push translate. Okay, let me just comment this out. All right, let's see if we can find. We got to find where something went wrong. I'm going to open up the.
Something interesting happened. I don't know why. Now my translate. I think you missed a push pop somewhere because my verb's getting scaled and translated.
Oh, I did. I definitely did. Oh, okay, hold on.
Makes it look nice though.
I got it back, but I'm wondering why. Okay, so I'm going to move this dev console to a different. Yeah, let's open it up as a separate window, and then I'm going to go back to default. And if I hit refresh here, I think I just got. I think my live preview got stuck. I'm afraid to disable my live preview or restart it. Okay, hold on. This might mess something up for you. I'm going to start and stop the server. Do you see things? I don't see things anymore.
I have to reload manually every time, but it does work for me.
Oop,
yeah.
Okay, hold on. I closed my live preview by accident. Okay. Live preview. Stop server. Start server.
David's saying like, yeah, at some point, Raph, that's me, asked if we could add an error if you have mismatched push and pop. One of these days, I should get around to adding that. Yeah, that would be fantastic because that's a common source of errors for well, I was gonna say beginners, but everyone is that if you use a lot of push and pop and you have not as many pops as you have pushes, then your code might still run, but you're gonna have it's gonna start growing and eating up all the memory and getting very slow, and you don't know why. And it's actually I was gonna say pretty easy I don't know how easy it is to implement. Dave can tell us. But yeah, the naive approach would be just to say like how many pushes are in the code and how many pops, and if it doesn't match, then you have a problem.
Oh, that's the small circle. Okay.
Can you still hear me, Dan? I don't
Yes,
know if
yes, I
that.
can still hear you. Sorry, I was lost in my own world of making spokes for the wheels.
Nice. Yeah, no, I can fill the blanks. I'm totally fine with that. Just wanted to make sure.
Yes, yes, I can still hear you.
Thanks, and thanks Eric for the donation. Can't wait to see wings and bird head added to the train. Well, I'm making the head. It's taking a while, but I'm making the head. Line. So I'm gonna do this dot s. Oh yeah, you can't see what I'm doing though, but that's fine. So I have my burb is like one arc and then 2 lines on the sides, which took way too much time for such a simple shape. But yeah,
Wait,
I'm gonna add a beak. Could have small burbs coming out of
this
train
is,
chimney.
I lost things again. I don't know why this happens. Let's see, is there an error? Developer tools. Line 38. There's an error in line 38. It's just you typing. We're good. We're good.
Oh, is it? Oh yeah, 30. I'm on line 36.
No, we're fine. It's just, this is the confusing thing about coding together. Okay, so I'm just going to keep going. Yeah, it's back. It's back. Okay, and I need to do the bigger circle is actually the one that I want to do. And I'm going to be doing some things that might mess you up, but I'm going to get them back. Okay. Where is... Okay. I have a spoke, and the spoke has to go to... okay. Now, there we go. Okay, I have a spoke, everybody. Now what I need to do is rotate by pi divided by 8. And the pop is here. That's because I see. Rotate by A. Okay, that's fine. There we go. Okay, I made my spokes.
Oh, Francello says wheels have to spin at different rates because they have different sizes.
Yes. Oh, no, don't worry. That's going to happen. Wait, what did I do wrong here? Okay. So now I need them to also be offset by the speed. Okay, so we need the train needs to have a speed. This dot speed, we're just going to set it to 1. We're going to have an update function. We're going to say this dot x plus equals this dot speed. I'm going to get rid of that in draw. By the way, I realize that people aren't really seeing what you're typing. Because they're seeing where I am, but that's fine.
Yeah, that's okay. I was gonna say I saw also an interesting question in the chat. Mateus is asking why so many magic numbers. Can I hazard a guess? Which I'm assuming that this was drawn in some software like Inkscape or Illustrator and exported as
it
SVG.
Was. And so what I really should, if I had thought about any of this in advance, I've been working on basically like a JSON file that has all of the details of the design. And then I have this class which loads it all into individual components and resizes all the geometry. So I really should be using that but such is life. Okay, so now what I don't understand is why, not this dot speed. Okay, we need the wheel needs its own, I guess I could do like, All right, we're gonna do I'm gonna give the train an angle. This is a little, so like wheel angle. I'll just call it angle because maybe I don't need other angles, is 0. And so in update, the angle is also going to change by the speed, but maybe since this 1 radian is a lot, let's do the speed divided by like 10 just for now. And then that angle that I'm rotating can be the offset. Okay. Why did that break everything? This dot angle equals 0. That should work. I'll have to wait till Raphael finishes typing for it to come back.
It should be fine. I'm trying to match your the stroke weight, but for some reason it doesn't. Not sure what I've done. You're scaling by 4 and using a 2.9 weight.
We've really like I really messed things up by starting with this train design. I should have just made something much simpler. Maybe I should start over. And I should just make a rectangle with 2 wheels instead of this elaborate design.
I have a very elaborate burb as well, as you can tell.
Okay. There's my spokes again. Okay. So my spokes are there. Now, why is my offset not working? Was I doing it with the wrong? Okay, hold on. Let me get rid of the spokes for the other circles, so I'm not confused. Okay. So why does it not work to say this dot angle? Why is that? That should just be a nice offset of everything. Oh, there we go. I think it's just because we're coding it. There we go. Yes, the wheel is spinning now. Oh, it actually like that.
Oh yeah,
that's quite nice. Thank you, Kate, for joining. Okay, so now do I dare add spokes to the other wheels? I don't see why not. I mean, it's just the copy pasting my code. That's the way you're supposed to do this kind of stuff, right? You just copy paste your code all over the place. That's good. That's good, right? Okay. Oh, so now this has to be 4.516. Okay, and stroke weight.
I'm gonna have my burb blinking with the good old frame count modulo inferior to 1 trick.
Yeah, so I'm doing it twice at twice the
Less
speed.
than 1. That's gonna work.
Where is the other wheel? Wheel 1, wheel 2, wheel 3.
I know, random. Or noise.
All my wheels are turning now. So what I was thinking of doing was having the burbs come out of the smokestack, if you will, of the train. But maybe we need to make a scene for the train. Because right now, and we should give ourselves a little more space. I'm gonna make the canvas 600 by 400. And I need to see, like, I'm gonna make it black just for a second. Okay. 51 used to be the color of choice for the coding train.
Nice.
I don't know why. Okay, so now let's make a.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh, the train is now the center. So what if I think I should just estimate it. Let's just do a. I really just want to like have it like drive over a curve. So okay, so here's some ideas. I could. Well, first I need to have the train. Let's have I think the train is going a little bit too slow, frankly. So let's have the train go. Where is its speed set? Twice as fast. Yeah, that's better. And then if it gets to, I really need a width and height of the train, but I'm just going to do this. Just like set it off the screen. Okay. Oh, I could have it snow, but okay, so the train, let's make sure the train comes back. Okay, okay, so the train is going. I feel like I either want to have it, I think I kind of want to have it drive along a curve, but that's kind of nuts. I guess I could make a sine wave. All right, I'm going to try this. This is a terrible idea, but I'm going to do it anyway. Or I'll do Perlin noise. Okay, I'm going to make a little mountainous, but a train goes on as flat. Train doesn't really go up and down. But
yeah, there are some, like, how are they called?
oh, speed divided by the radius of the wheel. That is smart. Okay, I think it'll be interesting to see
Los Angeles, you have this elevator train that goes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
it only
okay.
goes in one straight line.
I'm curious about this. So I'm gonna make a variable called terrain. And terrain is going to be have a y value that's based on noise. And then I'm going to try to draw this terrain. Just do this. A little bit more space here. I'm standing in front of the code. I can make myself smaller. Okay. And then we're going to say vertex. Okay, so x equals I. Y equals, we're going to take the noise value and map it. I mean, I'm just going to multiply it by height since the noise is between 0 and 1. So vertex x comma y, no fill. Can I get it back?
Ooh.
Well, I've got to wait now. I'm waiting for the code to re-engage. Let's see, is there an error somewhere? Line 26. Oh, it's me.
No, I don't know, but there was I don't know, there was some kind of auto.
Oh, did I hit save again? If I hit
think there's some
save, it
prettier.
reformats the code.
Yeah, there's some prettier stuff happening. I'm not sure if but it shouldn't break anything. I don't know.
I've been afraid to hit save, but I want to hit save now.
I lost a part of the verb for some reason.
That's I think anytime I hit save, it somehow seems to overwrite things that you're doing. And I'm gonna have to restart the server again, I think.
I'm not sure. It looks like it should be there, but it's not appearing.
Okay, I got my terrain back. Okay, my terrain is there. Awesome. Okay, so now I'm going to have okay, so first thing I need to do is I don't want like a x value for every pixel. So I'm just going to have a step size is 5. Okay, and then x equals I times step. And then I'm going to do map because I would like the terrain to go just between like height divided by 2 and height. Okay, so there's my terrain. Now I need the train's y position to look up to get its y position. Okay, so let the index equal the train's x position divided by the step size, and I need to floor that. And its y position should be the terrain index. Oh, this dot y. How come that didn't work? This dot x. What did I do wrong here?
Funicular, that's true, JF.
The terrain is am I not? Oh, because of this stuff? No, that shouldn't matter. Because it's the y. Okay, hold on. Let's just say mouse y for a second. Uh-oh. Okay, so that works. The train is no... Why is the train no longer at the center? What did I change?
Oh.
I have to look at the developer tools. I'm so not used to working like this. Okay, so this makes sense. It's looking into the array. Okay, and then it is, let's look at the terrain. The terrain array should have, oh, the terrain array doesn't have the mapping in it. Oh, I'm so silly. I'm so silly. No wonder, that's so obvious. Let's do the mapping here. And that way, y. And now, here, you should have, okay, so we're mapping the noise of I divided by 100. Okay, great. So now my train is following the terrain. But it's off.
Oh, nice.
It's like not properly centered. I think I'm just gonna like fake this. I'm gonna rotate it next.
Oh.
But why is it not? It should be centered right around. What did I do that broke the centering of the train? Do you have a translate in there that's not pushed and popped? Possibly?
I'm wondering because I'm not. Am I using translate? Push
Hold on.
pop.
I'm gonna comment
Push
out your
pop.
burb just for a second.
Yeah, just go ahead.
Except now I have nothing again. Okay, so no, it doesn't seem like your burb is
No, I
affecting.
don't think so.
Yeah, okay. So what's, I'm just curious again to set the XY to mouse X and Y again, okay. Yeah, I lost whatever I had done previously that had the train perfectly centered. And I really should, these should be global variables. Oh, wait a second. I think I know the issue. I know the issue. I am doing that I'm doing that translation before I do the scale. Okay. So I think this happens. Okay, I think, boy, this is really insane what I'm doing. Uh-oh, I can't undo.
Oh no, what?
Well, I think I might have undone something you did because I was trying to undo what I did, but I think it's like multiple typing things going on. So undo does not work the way that it normally works. But it's fine. I can get it back.
I typed this.s divided by 0. So, we're all struggling here.
Okay. Okay. So I just need to get it back. I have an error here. Okay. Sketch line 60. There's something wrong on line 60. Ah, you have got an extra slash here. I'm fixing it. Okay.
Line 60.
I fixed that error. Okay, we're back. I don't see anything on the screen, but I've got the background again. Okay.
Min X is not what?
I just want to see the train again. Min X is not to my, oh, this is my fault. Where is, oh, right. Oh no, I lost my, is it still in my, oh no, I lost my min. Somehow I lost all of that. Okay, it's okay, everybody. We're gonna have to get this back.
I don't know. I don't know if this live share is meant for people to actually write code in the same file at the same time.
It's definitely not. We're definitely not doing. We're definitely not doing what it's meant for.
Yeah,
okay, but I have my
coding
train
interviews, right, where you ask
right.
question and people code. But yeah,
I might have to turn Copilot back on. Okay, wait, no. So I can get these numbers again. I'm going to do this all in the train constructor. This dot min x.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Kieran for the donation.
Max x.
Donations are still coming in.
I need a max x, which I think was 78. I need a
Somebody's
min
recommending
y.
doing the verb in a standalone file. That might not be a bad idea since we can't show it on the screen anyway.
I know. I was thinking like, oh, I can't break things down into separate files, but obviously that would have really helped.
I could still do it. Let me do it. Try that.
Now I'm looking for the min y. 44, 44. Let's look for the lines. 27. Dot min y. This dot max y. Where's my highest? 66 is right now highest. 67, this circle is higher, but 68, 67. Oh, but there's these lines. Oh no, this is what I'm looking for. 50, the last, in the lines, it's the last value. Give me something super high. Okay. Let's try this. 59. I guess I'm going to have to do this. 67. Yeah, this is fine. This is not perfectly accurate, but it'll get me somewhere. Okay, the train is back. Now, I think I know what to do. Translate, then do the scale, then translate by negative this. Okay, so let me just get the width. The train's width, max x minus min x. And the train's height. It's ridiculous what I'm doing. And then I am going to, after scale, translate by negative this dot width. Not too exponential. Geez, negative this dot height. Okay, so that's getting me closer, but that's fine. That's not, this actually goes by 2. And then I'm also going to translate by negative this dot min x, negative this dot min y. Okay, I'm back to drawing the train at the center, everybody. Now, what I want, though, is for the y to be I should really work on my train in a separate file too. Should I go and do that? I'm going to do that.
Yeah, I moved my verb code to
okay. The
to a separate verb
is going
file.
into a separate file. It's going to break things for a minute here. Train.js. Okay, and then index.html. Now, just a quick time check. We said we were going to stream for 2 hours. I don't have
Yeah.
a hard out, but we should work toward the goal that we're going to finish up at some point soon.
Yeah, what's a realistic goal now?
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let's get the code back to working again. Okay, so the train, I can now be in a separate file. Do we have an error going on? Palette is not defined at burb.show. I think we lost like the palette.
Oh, yeah, no, we did. I was copy pasting it right now. Oh, yeah, no, I need to, yeah, because if you, I was putting it outside of the.
Well, it still should work as a global
class.
variable outside.
True.
And that definitely, what you did now definitely won't work unless you do it this
Yeah,
palette.
this dot palette, and this dot palette instead.
This is actually fun. Now, this is actually what I should have been doing all along. I'm just watching you code. And I could just a backseat drive. No, you made a mistake.
Yeah.
Fix that.
You did it wrong. Yeah, and oh, it still broke. Palette is not defined. Where do I still use palette? This dot palette. What? Where does it? Where is it?
Right?
Palette is burb.js 15. No.
There's things I don't trust about this weird process of live preview and live share.
Yeah, it can be a bit jank, but now it's good. Now it's running, and
Okay, it's
Dave
running.
was
Okay.
suggesting some weird blinking mechanic that I don't fully understand. 2 sine waves with a slight offset in their wavelength, so it blinks when either reaches 0-ish, and they drift in and out of phase. I feel like I understood it up to the point where they drift in and out of phase. Oh,
Wait.
Wait.
Okay.
So 2 sine waves that are slightly off, and when either of them reaches 0.
Okay.
It's tricky.
I gotta go
Making
back.
eyes blink is harder than you think. At least to make it look sort of realistic, but still organic.
My live preview is like I'm having to refresh. Okay, I've got the train following the terrain perfectly. So for it to actually live on the terrain, I need to change the translation to have it be drawn relative to the bottom. Okay, no, that's relative to the top. Oh yeah, so just take out the divide by 2. Yeah, my live preview is no longer working. Okay, my train is following the terrain. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Now I'm going to rotate it. I think I should make it a little bit smaller. It's too big relative to the terrain.
We can put the burb now. We can try to attach the burb to the train.
Oh my God. Okay, so sorry, something has happened here, which I heard a very loud noise, like an earthquake kind of noise. I'm in a garage, and on top of this garage, on the roof of the garage, is approximately 2 to 3 feet of snow, and it just started falling off. So I'm like looking out of a window over there, and I see this huge, literally an avalanche of snow falling off the roof of the garage.
Are you snowed into the garage now? Are you going to be able to get out?
No, I could get out there. I'm pretty sure the door will be clear.
On the other side, if the snow doesn't slide off on the other side too.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm here streaming all day. Okay, wait.
Yeah,
I need to rotate the train. Let me go to sketch here. Change the size of the train to smaller. Is that the size or is that the speed? Yes, okay. So I have a little small train. No, I just need to get my train to rotate while it follows the terrain. Then we can start putting the burbs or whatever we want to do coming out of the train. I feel like the colors, maybe it was better with white. I don't know. Oh, okay, hold on. I'll just leave it as black for right now. That's what we're doing. Okay, so now what I need to do, the last thing I need to do is in the train's code, I'm getting the index. So I need to get index -1 and +1. This is crazy what I'm doing, but I'm going to do it anyway. I need to get, oh, so angle should be the wheel angle. So this is actually just the wheel angle, because I'm going to have a different angle now. And where are wheel angle? Wheel angle. Okay. So now what I need to do is I need to get the point from before and after the train. So this dot x divided by step. I'll just do the one. I'm just going to do the one after. Next index equals. Actually, I can just do index +1. What am I even doing? So I'm going to make a vector. Okay, so I'm going to get next y equals terrain index +1. That's the next y. Then I need to make a vector. I need to get the angle. So the vector is going to be, I'm going to make a vector which is dx equals the next, this dot x plus step. dy is, oh no, that's next. It's actually, dx is just the step size. It's always the step size. dy is next y minus this dot y. And then I need to create a vector out of those components. And this dot angle should be that vector's heading. So now I need this dot angle property. And then when right before I draw the train, I should be able to say, whoops. I should be able to say rotate by this dot angle. This is my last little piece. It didn't work. But I'm not convinced. Sometimes, oh yes, it's working. I mean, it's not doing it correctly. Look at the train following the terrain.
What's going on?
So I think it might, so first let's just try like, do I have an off by one?
Wow.
A directionality error? No, I can't.
It looks like the rotate translate order isn't right for that.
Yeah. Pretty sure that, oh, because I'm drawing it relative to the, okay, hold on, let's try. Right, because this was the center. Oh, because I want it to rotate from the center, but then I need to shift it. Oh, this is so ridiculous. Okay, I got an idea. Yeah, let me just do this first. Okay, so now at least it's rotating the correct angle. Ah, there we go. Look at it following that terrain.
Amazing.
Okay, but I need to shift it after I rotate it by a little more of the height. Yeah, it should be more, it's not going to be perfect, but you can see like, and I think what I should do is actually lerp the angle. Equals lerp this dot angle v dot heading, because it's kind of anticipating the angle by like 0.01. Let's just see what that does.
Oh, sorry, I broke the code.
Okay, wait.
There you go.
No, I broke the code. Okay, so
We both broke the code.
My train is really trying to follow that terrain, but something about it is like kind of off. But, you know, kind of good enough. I should just make it more abstract. Yeah, why is it so? Okay, so let's make the terrain less extreme. I think this will make things like feel nicer. I think I need to make my font size a little smaller. Hopefully that's not gonna mess things up too much for people to be able to see. Okay, I need to, where do I set the terrain values? Oh, that's in sketch.js. I need to hit save in sketch.js. Hopefully that's not gonna mess you up. Okay. Okay, so my terrain, yeah, if my terrain is like less weird, okay, so this is good. So why, I think I'm just, whoa, it really doesn't, I think the rotation, like relative rotation is off. But it looks pretty good still. Okay. Ooh, longer terrain steps. What if I make shorter terrain steps? Uh-oh, I broke something. Yeah, longer terrain steps. Yeah, I like this. Okay, now I think if I draw the terrain in a more abstract way, it'll also, and what I need to do is vertex. Okay, I need to do vertex width comma height. And then, oh, and the terrain needs to be, let's do greater than or equal to. And then vertex 0 comma height. Okay, so then let's do no stroke. And let's draw the terrain after. And I was going to try to make it fuzzier. Yeah, see, it kind of just looks like it's going over. Oh, I have an idea.
Tell us.
I don't know. Actually, I don't know if
Well, then I can thank Carlos and David
Okay.
for their donations. Thanks, you too.
Okay, I think I can be done with my dream. We can start to connect these pieces.
Yeah, because the bird is so good right now. I don't know what happened. I'm trying. So I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to get the neck to get the bird to have like a neck that elongates. So I've organized my code a little better, but it's still doing something weird with I'm not sure where. Maybe you can help me find it out. But so yeah, in the burb.js, if you look into there, I was trying to just translate the neck, sorry, the top, the arc, the top of the burb. Oh wait, this is better. Well, this is
No,
almost
but
better.
you have it here too.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I was doing it twice. What's going on?
I like how it's like. How about just making the second point for the angle calculate further down the length? That's not a bad idea.
The idea was that the bottom would stay the same place, but then the whole thing would get longer. I'm not sure why it's still like it's still getting translated down.
I feel like let's see. Now it's good.
Oh.
And then put this back.
Now it's doing nothing.
I'm afraid to hit save, but I'm having weird refresh caching issues, like where I'm not really clear on when the code is being updated.
Yeah, if I press save here, then is it gonna update? Yeah, I have to press save. Okay. So I needed to save locally, otherwise it didn't do anything.
Okay. Now the
so
train its head is oscillating up and down only. Not the train, the burb. Okay.
Yeah,
so
and then I'm gonna do the same thing for the eye and the beak.
Okay. So if you work on the burb design, and
Yes.
I go to sketch.js, maybe I can make an array of verbs. Oh, but the verb needs an
Yes.
X and a Y argument.
Yeah, it needs an X and a Y, and the rest is and a size.
Oh, it does.
You can
Oh,
also
I see. It just
do the
has
size.
it has defaults. You have this fancy coding thing where you give it defaults if you don't give it an argument. Okay. So what I was
Yeah.
going to try to do is make verbs come out of the train.
Yes.
Okay.
Sounds
So
good.
I'll work on that. So I'm going to make an array of verbs, and what we're going to do is going to say let verb of verbs, whatever verbs there are, verb.show. And for the verb, I give it an X and a Y and a size. Okay, so what I want to do is, let me just get the Y value from the train and the X value from the train. Well, I guess, okay, let's just do this. Verbs.push a new verb at train.x, train.y. Let's see what happens there.
Moment of truth.
I broke something. I have your verb.js as not saved, which is, but I don't think that's, okay, let's look at where the developer tools are. Cannot read properties of undefined push sketch.js line 26.
I'm reading push sketch 26.
Did I not make?
Push.
Oh, I forgot to make verbs an array. There we go. This is my small little mistake. Okay, okay, I'm making way too many verbs. So this is good though. So I'm going to say if random one is less than 0.1. So I'm only going to make a verb randomly every so often. And then I need to make them much smaller. Okay, so there I'm making the verbs, but I don't think your stroke weight is tied to the size.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I need
But that's
to.
okay.
I was trying to match your existing stroke size, but I can do it.
So train
Times.
y minus train dot height. So the verbs are now coming out of the top of the train. Oh, amazing. Okay, so now I need to just have the verbs move and fade away. So is it okay if I give your verbs a velocity variable? This is dangerous because I'm going to start messing with your verb class.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'll try. Oh, I was trying to make this. Well, maybe you touch the stroke weight as well. I'll let you. I'll follow you.
Oh, I didn't touch the stroke weight.
No, but you can.
Oh, but I can.
tried to do it.
Okay.
I made it dependent on the size, but it doesn't look like it's really the right scale.
Okay. So hold on. What did you have it originally at?
Oh, that's weird. Wait. So now I'm following you, and I see you in a verb.js file that has a capital B, but mine doesn't. Mine has a lowercase b.
Oh.
So I'm a bit confused. How did you
mean
get to a verb.js file with a capital B? Maybe you have. Do you have maybe like some automation that makes class files capitalized?
No, mine shows as lowercase. Whoops.
Oh, okay.
Weird. Yeah, I don't have an uppercase. I mean, the name of the class is uppercase, but.
Okay. Yeah. Well.
Oops.
Then I'll just take the back seat and see and watch you code for a second.
Oh, okay. But wait. All right. Let's get this. So what did you have the stroke weight at before?
It was 2.9 because that's what I copy pasted that from your side, but it never matched for some reason.
That's fine.
And same for the scale.
So the size. Oh, I see. So what the goofy thing that I did with the train is everything is tied to the scale. So the stroke weight, I see. The size variable is actually affecting let's take scale out for a second. Oh, I have to save? Okay, great. So this is actually maybe better because everything is tied to the size variable as opposed to being tied to the scale. So now if we were to say stroke weight 2.9 like divided by this .s, it would technically work, but maybe we don't want it that small. Oh, whoops. Hold on, we lost. What happened to, oh, did you take the main burb out? No.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, there it is. It's back. So strange. I like that size of the burb. What size is that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the default. The default size of the burb. Oh my God. My Visual Studio Code keeps opening files in different places. It's so weird. Okay.
Somebody was suggesting, I think I can't find the
So
message
it's
anymore,
20.
but like
Okay.
having the, oh no, that was, oh yeah, Alex Treff was saying burb mines. So I don't know about mines, but I was thinking like, if instead of coming out of the train, they were already like on the terrain, like watching the train go by, and they all have offsets in their animation. Like a forest, you would be like, the train would be going through a forest of burbs. I feel
Oh,
like that would be super funny.
I like
And you
that
could
idea.
also rotate them to match the terrain, so they would all like come out at slightly different angles. We more or less have the building blocks for that already.
Yes. I do like that, although I am now just like 3 lines of code
Right.
away from getting them to like poof out of and fly away. All right, let's
Okay.
but let's see. Hold on.
Also, you need to
Let's-
update them if they are to continue going up and down.
Oh, yes. Okay. So, why is my Okay, I want to switch between the files. Okay, so if I go to burb, and I give it a random vector, and then in update, we say, and actually I shouldn't make it random. Let's just do like this way. Let's do v(x) equals random -5, 0, and this dot vy equals random, because it needs to kind of go off in this direction. And then if we say this dot x plus equal this dot vx, this dot y plus equal this dot vy. Okay. So why does the burb, okay, well, I need to, in sketch.js, update all the burbs.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Okay, so now I think we can have it be a little more often. And we can like train x plus train dot width. That's divided by 2. What happened there? Okay, that kind of looks like it's the right spot. And now the burbs. So now what we need to do maybe is have the burbs fade out. So is there, where are they getting their color?
And the other thing they could have is an offset, so that their animation isn't all synchronized everywhere. Like they're all blinking at the same time.
I lost the code that I wrote again. It like weirdly like reverted back to something else. So strange. I don't know what changed. It's very, I'm so thrown off by using this live share because all these things keep happening where I like, the code is changing in multiple places in weird ways. It does not work as elegantly as I might have thought. Because now, like, what just happened?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not doing anything right now.
I know. No, I believe
I'm trying
you.
to just follow you.
And
I'm
it
trying
keeps
to
like
just follow you.
it keeps like refreshing arbitrarily, like I have it open in multiple places. Um,
I'm
I
trying to
wonder if
close tabs so
I
that
wonder
I'm
if
not
I should
not
disconnect for like just to like finish this off. Okay, but wait, I just want to get back to what we had. Why are the verbs coming out of strange locations? What did we lose in the verb? See, look, like I haven't changed anything, and all of a sudden this little dot of like unchanged code has come back. And some stuff that I changed. Oh, there's like, what is going on? Look, this same line of code has been added hundreds of times. Oh my God. Look at this. You don't see it because it's not in the stream right now, but like a ghost is in the machine. Okay, I'm going to disconnect from live share for a second.
Yeah, let's
because
try it.
it has, okay,
Yep.
session details. Okay, I removed live share because that is crazy. Okay. It now, it's only in there one extra time. Okay, the verbs are back. It's back to the code that I had before. So now if I go to give the verbs a lifespan of 255, now where do I get the color's coming from the palette. Can I just in P5 add an alpha to every stroke? Let's find out. Like if it's getting a color from the palette, can I just add a second argument? We're about to find out. Apparently
I think you
not.
can. No, but you can do what's it called again? No, it's not filter.
Oh,
It's
set it. What is the palette? Oh, it's just an array of the strings of hex codes.
what's that called again? It's not color, it's not filter.
So how would I have them fade out?
Somebody in the chat is gonna know.
I know, use P5
Oh,
color
P5
set alpha.
technique.
Yeah, but I have to make these all
Tint.
into a color.
I was thinking about tint. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Davis.
Okay, so I'd
Right.
have to do like, does this work? Like this is, I'm sorry, now you can't see what I'm doing, I realize, because I disconnected you.
No, I
But
can't
it is
reload.
working. And stroke, so this one would also be C. The beak is palette 1. This is like the in most.
Yeah,
in
feel
the
free to
need,
break. Feel free to break anything. Like if you don't
No.
want to use the.
No,
if you
I'm
don't want to
staying
use the
true.
palette.
I'm staying true to your original code. I will not break it. I'm
Because
determined.
it was so perfect. It was.
C2, palette 1. I should probably make sure this works before I go through adding this to the rest of the code. So we've got palette 1, and now we need. I mean, this is insane what I'm doing. I'm breaking all sorts of rules. Palette 2, C3. Okay, I broke something.
There's an interesting tip from Emil, who said click the
Click
3 dots and
lock
enable lock group on the live
Yeah.
preview. This
Hold
way
on.
it won't open code on the right.
Lifespan is not defined. Oh, this dot lifespan. Cue the this dot song. Line 34. Okay, we're back. So now in update, if I say this dot lifespan minus minus, they don't seem to be fading out. That set alpha didn't seem to work. Okay, let's just do something real quick. I'm doing the head. Is the head fading out? Maybe it just wasn't fading out fast enough. This dot lifespan minus equals 5. Okay, maybe it just wasn't fading out fast enough. Yeah, the whole thing's fading out. It does work. It does work. I just was barely fading it out. Okay. And the live preview doesn't seem, okay. So now the burbs are fading away. And I can then in sketch.js, I can check to see if burb, oh, I need to do another loop to remove old burbs. So I think your idea, actually the idea of having the burbs as the terrain was better, but I was like on this track that I couldn't get off.
We could do both. Like we can have the burbs coming out of as the smoke burbs, and then the spectator or forest or tree burbs.
Okay. So
because as they're flying, we don't really see them like stretch.
Yes.
But yeah.
Okay. So first I need to go through all of the burbs. And I guess I could do call filter or something, but if burbs index I lifespan is less than 0, then burbs splice I comma 1. So this should, I've got some error again. Cannot read properties of undefined reading lifespan sketch.js line 35. Oh, length minus 1. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now Kathy was also suggesting that the terrain, I agree, be higher. So that way we'll have, I guess she was saying it should be lower. So there's more, but I think it should be,
space.
But I think there should be, if we want to add the burbs in the terrain, we should make them higher, the terrain higher. So let me just make the terrain. So, it's 250. So we're going to add the burbs to the terrain, and then we're going to be done. And I feel like I should live share you back in. I don't like that we had to disconnect that, but it went off the rails. Okay, so where is the terrain? I'm going to map it between height divided by 4 and 3 times height divided by 4. Okay.
And for the people who are asking what we're doing, I think it's a good point to remind people that that all of this that we're doing, all this nonsense is for a good cause, because we're streaming as a donation drive in a way of sorts for the annual fundraiser of the Processing Foundation, which is the organization that supports the development of many of your favorite creative coding tools. Well, many, I don't know, but some for sure, and does a lot of other things. And in particular, we're celebrating the 10 years of the Processing Foundation Fellowship. And if you click the link that is in the pinned message, you will get to the Donorbox page, and there you can donate if you wish to do so. But you can also see more, find links that will tell you more about what the foundation's about and what we're doing. And and if you want to find out more about what we said about it, you can always go back to the beginning of the stream and listen to that.
Thank you for that. Okay, I think I've got something here, which is that make the sky. Okay, I'm going to get some colors for us. That's going to really work wonders here. The sky's going to be, that can't be that purple. I don't think I have yellow in the, okay, the sky is yellow, and the terrain is going to be, let's try this. This could be actually a good blue color for the sky, and I can make the terrain yellow. Yeah, there we go. This is good. Then the terrain could be yellow. Now the burbs are a little bit off in their position. I'm moving the train down. So let me fix this. I'm going to put this back in, and then I'm going to set the y terrain index plus this dot height divided by 2. Whoops. No. I'm going to draw. Oh my God, I'm losing my mind here. Oh, I know what to do. And the next y, we'll just do this here. Okay. There we go. I wanted the train to be further into the terrain because now you don't notice so much that it is not following it perfectly. Okay, so now we can add the burbs to the terrain that it's navigating through. So those will be a fixed list. Well, I'll just make another array called terrain burbs.
Terrain burbs, of course.
And we will, for the terrain, let's say for every, well, no, let me just do it separately. Let's just try adding 10 of them right now. Terrain burbs push, new burb, I'm just going to put them in random places. An X and a Y, which will be, the X will be somewhere random, and the Y should be, I'm going to make it randomly within the terrain in a moment, but right now I'm just going to put them anywhere. So there's going to be 10 random burbs, and we need to show those, but they can't move. So burbs of terrain burbs. Okay, so okay, 20. Now where are those burbs? Wait a second. The terrain needs to be at the start. Okay, got it. We've got all the burbs now. The terrain should go here. But now what I need to do is in the burb, we need to separate out the move from the length thing. So I'm going to, what would you call that, like the length thing that it's doing?
Stretch or?
Stretch. Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
So I'll keep this as update. And now the terrain burbs stretch. Okay, where I've got an error. Stretch is not a function. Yeah. So I don't have that in my, I guess I have to refresh. Yeah, okay. Okay, great. The terrain burbs are in a fixed location and they're doing their stretch. So we're going to have to give them different offsets, but also I need to make them only within the terrain. So the way that I'll do that is in the main sketch. In the main sketch, when I pick their random Y location, where do I do that? Here. It shouldn't be random height. It has to be from within the terrain range. So the terrain Y is terrain index X divided by step with a floor there. And then the randomness is between terrain Y and height. Okay, so let's make more of them. Okay, so now I know you can't see this. So we've got the burbs in the terrain all oscillating up and down. I feel like we could make their size a little random. So let's try that. Random 10, 30. Yeah, look at that. Okay, but now we need them to offset. So in the burb class, that's the length that's mapping sign frame count. So we just need them each to be on a different offset. So I'm just going to give them this dot offset equals random 2 pi. And I'm just going to give this a temporary variable. This frame count times 0.1 plus this dot offset. And then if I say angle here, it should do it. Yes, look at that. Okay, I think we've completed this. I think we should make it full. But what?
I will need to wait for the stream to catch up so I can
Yes.
see the result. But I see some of it already. It's really cool.
I'm going to now go away from live preview. And what I'm going to do, I think, is put this into the web editor. That way we can share it with people. Does that make sense, do you think?
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
So let's go to the web editor. And I'm going to create a sketch.
You'll have to create all the files again.
Burb decade of code with burbs and trains. And then I need a burb.js file and a train.js file. Then if I go back here, train.js, burb.js, sketch.js. Whoops. All right, train is not defined. Oh, right, because then I need to add them to here.
To the index.
Stop with the auto refresh. Train, burb. Okay, we've got it. Now there's a console log somewhere that I had left. I don't know where it is. Let me find that. Yes, get rid of that. Now what I would like to do, just for the grand finale here, is to see what happens if I go with window width and window height. Now we're not scaling things according to that, and then hit share and go to full screen. Okay. Well, I think there needs to be a lot more burbs in the terrain. And the train could be bigger.
Nice.
So dare I attempt one last thing, which is to make.
We can leave a lot of those changes as an exercise to the audience.
Okay, but I just have to. There's two things I could do really quickly. One is to make the number of burbs relative to the size of the window. So now that's done, and I just want to make the train bigger. And then I promise that's it. So this should be. Well, I'm just gonna see what happens if I make this too. It messed up other things, but that's okay. All right, so I'll stop. We have. I'll make this full screen, and hit refresh. So now it's just you and me here, Raphael, watching the train pass through a sea of burbs.
Amazing. What a wonderful view.
Somehow there's still people here watching this.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. There are a couple of things that people might want to do if they want to go and tweak that. I was thinking while you were polishing things. The one thing that could be added.
Oh wait,
could be
Sorry,
randomized.
Your audio might have cut out for a second because I was pressing buttons.
Okay, no worries.
If you want to just start back with your suggestions.
Yeah. So here are a few suggestions for people who might want to pick that up. Maybe we can share the link to the P5 editor sketch so people can copy paste it or can duplicate it in their own collections. So yeah, when you go there and you can edit the code yourself in the P5 editor, you can make sure to check out the different files because we haven't used a single sketch file. We have this burb class and this train class. It's not the cleanest code, at least mine isn't. But And but yeah, so one thing I'm thinking is the verb orientation could be randomized. So some verbs look right, some verbs look left. Right now they all look in the same direction. And another thing, and that's a little bit more advanced, but right now a lot of them are overlapping. So there are a few things you could be doing to either you embrace the fact that they're overlapping, and you could have like add some fill color matching the background to each of the verbs, so that when they are overlapping, there's always one that is in front of the other. And the other thing is, it's a trick that I've seen a few people do in the coding challenges, is some to sort the Z of the array based on the Y position, so that you draw the ones that are the lowest, you draw them last. So that's so yeah, you take an array, you check the Y, and you switch them if one 2 by 2 if one is further down, and that's how you end up with a sorted array based on the Y position. I haven't done that trick myself, but I've seen it done by people, and it works really well. And that you would have to do this together with that fill thing. The other solution would be you don't want them to overlap at all, and then you do some kind of Poisson disk sampling, or space, like other kind of space filling algorithm like circle packing, and this way they will all have, like, each of them would have their own little space, and they would be evenly sprinkled through the landscape. That's another possibility.
Yeah, and from the some things for the train that I think would really improve. So one is the way that the train is drawn relative to its center, and using the scale function in combination with translate. Everything that I did today was like hacking it together in this really awful way based off of this original hard-coded set of numbers. So I think you can see how, like, the trains, the way that it's following the terrain, the way that it's rotating, especially now that I tried to make it a little bigger, scaling it relative to the screen dimensions, is way off. So that could be very much improved. I just want to show people something in case in case anybody who's watching this actually wanted to work on that, which would be shocking, mind you. But if I go to github.com, I've been working on this myself. If I go to the Coding Train GitHub repos, there's a new one that's kind of undocumented. I haven't called logo animations. And in the logo animations repo, I just want to show this to people because if I had been more thoughtful about this, I would have used this originally. I have this file called data.json, which actually has all of the information. It says like every element of the logo. It's like the shape type, the X and Y coordinates, the color. And then I even have this like program, it's a node script that will parse that and recalculate all of the numbers depending on what scale you want or what relative position you want. And then I think if I go into logo.json, it actually writes that out. So this logo.json actually has all of the properties of the logo itself now relative to the center with a different scale. And I'll just show you what I've been doing with this, just so you can see. If you all don't mind indulging me for a minute here. If you look at this repo, and I'm just going to quickly clone it. And I'm sorry, Raphael, that you can't see this in real time. And I should just host this with GitHub Pages or something. But if I go to this now, like for example, here is a version of the logo where all of the elements just start moving around and flocking individually. Here is a version of the logo where just all of the pieces fly in and come together in a little animation. And then here's another one which uses a physics library to have it like fall apart when the logo reaches the bottom and everything bounces around. So you could see I've been trying. This is really what the thing that I'm working on, and I keep meaning to do some live streams about and integrate. It's my idea for. Sorry, I'm off on this coding train tangent. I know this is a Processing Foundation video, but so one of the things that I'm hoping to do is have little logo animations at the beginning of different live streams and coding challenge videos. So anyone's interested in that, you might be able to pull from that and integrate it into here and have a lot more control over how you're manipulating the train. So what's the best way? I posted a link to the P5 sketch in the chat. What I'll do is, as soon as we're done, I'll make sure the link to this sketch is also in the video description, so it's there forever. I'm trying to think, if people make their own version of this, what's the best way for them to share it back with us? Maybe, I know social media is kind of like a fraught, complicated space, but where are you these days, Raphael, that, where we might suggest people share back?
Yeah, I mean, I am ashamed to admit I'm still on Twitter. Been
Me
for
too.
10 years as well. But yeah, I also have a Discord channel, Discord server called the Burbs Nest, where people are welcome to join. And if they want to join my weekly challenge, right now we're doing January, so
Right.
the weekly challenge is on hold. But you can find it on Open Processing, where it's pinned to the homepage. And otherwise, oh yeah, no, I don't have my. Somebody can share the link if it's allowed. But yeah, that's also a place where you can meet other creative coders.
And I actually just remembered Kathy was helping, who's in the chat, and some other coding train folks who were helping with setting up a track. Like, so on the coding train website, there's a section called the passenger showcase, which has it's a way for you to submit a P5, or actually, sorry, it doesn't have to be P5, any project. And we can set up a page for this stream where you could submit versions of like the train burb, the burb train, to that page. So that's something that I could do. But I'm, certainly on Twitter, or I'm trying to get the Coding Train Instagram back up and running. That's a way that I can, if you tag the.coding.train on Instagram. But really, share this with the Processing Foundation. This is all about, we lost the thread there for a moment. This is really, again, just to remind you all, this is all about this stream today has been in celebration of 10 years of Processing Foundation fellowships. We talked about this at the beginning of the stream, but in case you weren't there, the P5JS project actually started as a Processing Foundation fellowship by Lauren Lee McCarthy. We played a video that you can watch if you go to the pinned comment or the link in the video description. If you have the capacity to donate and support the Processing Foundation and the fellowship program, that's wonderful. But please engage with the Processing Foundation community, its programs, with Raphael's Twitch channel, the Weekly Coding Challenge, Raphael's Twitch stream, and the Burbs Nest Discord. The Coding Train has all of that stuff too, that I'm sure you can find because you're stuck here watching this stream on the Coding Train YouTube channel. So all of that's going to be linked from this channel itself. Any last? I guess we can. Sometimes I always have trouble ending these things, so we could just say goodbye. But Raphael, we can just talk for a minute and see if there's any. We could just give it a minute. I see that Sergey is still in the chat. So thanks, Sergey, for. I'm very impressed for anybody who wrote a comment at the beginning of the stream and is somehow still here. So thanks for all of you for tuning in today. Any last words you want to say, Raphael?
Well, yeah, thank you to everybody who donated today and before, since the beginning of the fundraiser. The fundraiser is still running for another week. So you just jump onto Donorbox, check out the video about the fellowships and everything, the nice little merch rewards that we prepared for you, including beautiful enamel pin by Ana Carreras. What else? Thanks to everybody at the foundation for all the work that they do, and the people who have been with us in the past, the people who joined lately. I mean, I'm also joined more recently. And yeah, it's been an incredible experience. Everybody is really, really dedicated to the mission of the foundation, which isn't an easy thing to do, supporting open source, inclusion, diversity, equity in the open source space and in the art space, focusing on education. There's no money in education. And that makes things difficult, but we can do what we do thanks to the generosity of everybody who has been donating and has been supporting in small and big ways. Contribution doesn't have to be monetary. It does help for sure, but people who contribute code, there's like Dave here in the chat has been doing incredible contributions to P5 lately, but he's far from the only one. This an incredible community of contributors to P5JS. And I know that people who use the tools may not always be aware of what happens behind the scenes, but it's like none of that is possible without an immense global village of people who are donating their time, their money, their emotional energy, everything, so that these projects can live, and that the discords get moderated. Like everything is possible because of people's work, that is rewarded in various ways, not always monetary. And for all the people who are just so generous with their time and their genius, yeah, I wanted to say this word. It's impossible to name you all, but you know who you are. So thank you.
Yes. And thank you. So thank you, Raphael. You put that all so eloquently. It's a perfect note to end on. Thank you so much for joining today. I have to say this is a real pleasure. I've been the work that I've been doing in terms of the coding train has been quite slow for the last year, and I'm excited to 2024 is here. I've kind of made it a goal to do more, and I'm realizing, well, it's really nice to be streaming with somebody else. So I know we've done a couple of collaborations where I was able to appear on your Twitch stream, and this has been great to do this together to celebrate the Processing Foundation. So maybe we can do more of this in the future and hopefully shine a light on other people in the space who are making work with code and supporting the foundation in other ways. So I usually have a end animation screen and some music that I play, but with everything that I did to get the multi-guest setup today, I kind of lost some other pieces of things that I usually have for my setup. So I apologize. I'm just going to literally hit a button that's going to just turn this thing off. So please, if you were inspired to make anything with processing or P5 or any other tool, maybe you want to, can you make this in like Unity, or maybe you can make an open frameworks version of this? I don't know. So if you're just inspired by what we did today and make something, I would really love to see it. It always brings me so much joy to see what people are doing. So please share with us in all of the spaces we've talked about, and I will see you all the next time I stream. Go ahead, Raphael. Yeah.
In the chat, just wanted to highlight the message that Tige just posted in the chat.
Thank you.
So if you need support for your projects and you want to know about the future fellowship programs, nothing has been announced for this year yet. But if you have questions, please reach out to Tige, TSIGE @processingfoundation.org. With your questions about fellowships. If you want to be a fellow, if you have a project you wonder if it's a good fit for the fellowships, please contact Tige, and you'll get all the information you need. That's all.
Amazing. Wonderful. All right. Thank you, everybody. If you're somewhere where there's snow, enjoy that. I'm going to go traipse through it right now, and we'll see you all next time, wherever we might be on the internet. I'm slowly walking over to press the button. Okay, here it is. I'm moving the mouse. I'm going to click this button. It says end stream. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Okay, I did it. I hit the end stream button.